Hey everyone, welcome to
Wild Whispers.
the podcast where we take a deep dive into the incredible animals that have shaped our world. I'm Arya and Riya,
And I'm Riya Sharma.
and we'll be expressing our deep fascination and passion for the animal kingdom through this podcast.
Okay, since we're talking about animals, I got to know a very interesting fact about Arya. Unlike most people, her favorite animal is the crocodile, which, at least to me, is a scary creature. So, how did this all start, Arya?
I remember this all started when I was 4 years old. I was sitting in front of the TV watching a show called Gator Boys. It was about two men, Paul and Jimmy, who used to go all around Orlando and rescue alligators and crocodiles stuck in swimming pools and swamps. Of course, it wasn't an easy task for them, but it taught me a lot about the intelligence of this creature and its survival instincts.
That's really an interesting story, which ties into what we're talking about today. A creature that's ancient, resilient, and commands respect. The crocodile.
A unique but not so often spoke about creature.
Exactly. Crocodiles are some of the most fascinating predators on Earth, and their history goes back even further than we can even comprehend. You might have heard about dogs, cats, and bunnies, because they're cute.
I wish I had one. But back to the topic, what makes crocodiles something to discuss about? I guess it's probably their stealthy way of moving or their fierce manner of attacking. We're gonna look at their evolution, their role in different cultures, and how they impact ecosystems. But first, let's set the stage. Drum rolls, please. Imagine you're standing at the edge of a murky river
The air is thick with humidity.
and you hear the slow movement of water
You know something's there.
just beneath the surface.
Waiting. That's the thing about crocodiles. They've perfected the art of patience.
Something we should learn from them.
True. They've been around for over 200 million years, meaning they were here when dinosaurs roamed around. Isn't that crazy? They've survived mass extinctions when so many other species didn't. And why? Because they're the ultimate survivors.
And that's the real question. What makes them such perfect survivors? Think about it.
Well, for starters, they're built for efficiency. Their bodies are armored, and their bite force is so strong. And get this, they can even slow down their metabolism to go months without eating.
Wow. It's so interesting to see how evolution has allowed crocodiles to stay on top of the food chain. And that also ties into how they help maintain ecosystems.
Really?
Okay, close your eyes
Unless you're driving.
and imagine this. A river overrun with fish. Without predators like crocodiles, certain fish population would explode, throwing everything out of balance. Sometimes we think fish are pretty, but not so pretty in this case. Over time, the fish would eat away way too much plant life that helps keep the water clean. So in a way, crocodiles act as regulators, making sure everything stays in check.
Whoa. So if they disappeared, it wouldn't just be about one species vanishing. It would set off a chain reaction that could completely alter the ecosystem. It's like I always say, everything's connected.
You might be interested to know that an ancient civilization understood this way before we did. And we call ourselves smart. Are we? In ancient Egypt, crocodiles were both feared and revered. So Bek, the crocodile-headed god, symbolized both power of the Nile River and protection. People even kept crocodiles in temples as living representations of him.
That's wild to me. I mean, think about it. Back then, they saw crocodiles as symbols of strength. And fast forward to today, and now humans are the ones threatening crocodiles with poaching and leisure hunting. I mean, I don't even like crocodiles, but that's harsh.
That's the irony. Crocodiles survived the asteroid that wiped out dinosaurs, but now they're facing the biggest challenge: we humans. We often use the phrase crocodile tears to refer to tears that are pretentious, but now it's time to actually listen to these crocodiles cry. Their tears are not always deceptive.
You know, it really puts stuff into perspective. Okay, before we wrap up, let's shift gears a bit. If you had to experience a day as a crocodile, Arya, what's your first move? Are you lurking just beneath the surface, or are you launching into a full speed ambush?
Now that I've learned patience, I would just be lying beneath the waterline.
Okay, spoken like a true apex predator. But here's what I hope listeners take away. Crocodiles aren't just mindless beasts. They're highly evolved, necessary to their environments, and part of a legacy that stretches back millions of years.
And that's why we need to respect them, not just for their power, but for their place in the bigger picture.
Thanks for listening today. And if you like this episode, tune in again and share it with someone who would enjoy a fresh look at the world's most misunderstood creatures.
Until next time,
Stay curious,
stay informed.
and we'll catch you on the next episode of
Wild
Whispers.
Because we believe that every creature has a tale to tell.